my name's iWafflez, and today, after
a 6 month hiatus.
we're going to be reviewing a SHF. I recently got into Dragon Ball Super, so I've been buying a bunch of figures from them, from the line, so, you know, the addiction for another line begins. But today we're going to be looking at a figure I've had for a little bit. I imported it, but it's finally gotten its domestic release. I'll have the Amazon link below to get it, and then I'll also leave an import site below. And this is the S.H Figuarts Dragonball Super Son Goku Ultra Instinct, and I believe this is the master version. I haven't gotten to this arc in the show, so this is a new form for me to see. There is a signed version, I think. That's an event exclusive that's coming out soon. I'll leave a link for the pre-orders for that as well. Whenever I think they open July 16th, so we've got we got a week or two before those things open up, and I'll definitely get it and review it because that really looks interesting. But that's not the figure we're looking at. We're looking at Ultra Instinct Goku today, which I think is the higher form of the one that's going to be an event exclusive. The box is just, typical stuff. Make sure it has that sticker for like newer Tamashii figures will have this copyright sticker right there, like on a box. If you don't see that, it's not official. I don't remember what year they started doing it, but recent releases should have that sticker. So just make sure that you see that, and the disclaimer shots all around. But that's the box. Let's look at the figure. And here is Ultra Instinct Goku. It's a really interesting figure, really nice articulation. It basically removes the problems that all the Gokus with complete gis have. The shoulder articulation, it completely fixes that. But, I mean, with the gis, that's really the only way you can do it with having that much articulation. But this is basically a more freed up version of Goku. The articulation is really nice, but we'll look at the details, and then we'll look at the accessories, and then the articulation of the figure. Details, they're really nice. Unfortunately, some of the sculpt, like the battle damage, if I can zoom in on it, the light's so harsh. Let me see if I can tone it down. You can see some battle damage that's not been painted in because all the paint went basically to the pants. I mean, and the paint's nice. I mean, there's a little bit darker right there for some reason. But for the most part, it's, very consistent. The back is completely skimped out, unfortunately. You get a little bit riding over, but that's it. Basically, none of the battle damage is painted, but that's pretty easy to do. I believe I'm fine with not having the battle damage painted. I'm not that big of a person for battle damage anyway, but I really like it. The face also has battle damage on the face plate, so just be mindful of that. But head swaps will work. You'll see pictures at the end of the video. Other problems, I've noticed that the forearm, like this forearm, like you can see the metal pin in the arm, but on this side, it's almost not noticeable. You could barely see it poking out. That's just what I've noticed. It doesn't really, it flexes, but it doesn't look like it's going to fall off, so I think it's fine. But his shirt and his gi are all ripped. He's got battle damage down here all around. But really nice figure. Unfortunately, the paint, that's the only thing it really skimped out on because the details are really nice. It just needs a good wash on the body. And I've noticed under the harsh light, the arms are a little bit darker of a shade than the plastic because that's hard plastic and this is a more softer plastic. So it's harder to get the skin tone correct. You can I don't know if it's more noticeable on camera, but it is a little bit more noticeable in person when you put it under harsh light. Yeah, that's pretty much it detail-wise. But let's take a look at the accessories and then we'll look at the articulation. Ultra Instinct Goku comes with 4 face plates total and 4 pairs of hands total. So the face plates, they all have do they all have the same amount of battle damage? No, it's a little bit different battle damage on each faceplate, but they're really nice. Here we have him looking to the side. Of course, he has the fists and his looking like a stern look one on the figure. We have this gritting teeth one. They're really nicely painted, and of course, battle damage is not painted on these. And then you have the screaming head. His pupils are a lot more shrunk down, so he really is angry in this one. And then for the hands, of course, the fist, he has his, I think it's just his pre-fight pose. Like gripping hands for his Kame Kameha effect, which he does come with. This is one of the only Goku figures I have that has a Kame Kameha effect. And then he has these splayed out hands for when he's doing Power Blast. And then speaking of the Kame Kameha effect, here it is. It's more of a metallic sheen. It shows up dark blue, but it is very light. It's just the harsh light makes it, the bounces doesn't bounce around as much inside the main effect, but he holds it really nice with the gripping hands, so you can usually slip it in between his fingers and it'll hold him. Oh, well, it's because I've had him on display holding it with that finger, but yeah, usually when you'll get him out of package, he'll hold the hand just fine, and you'll have to assemble it because, it's a wide effect, so it just pops out. Building this Kame Kameha effect was like really stiff, so I don't know if it was just mine or but it is, just be careful, it is stiff. But that's all the accessories, so let's look at articulation, then we'll look how he scales with some other Gokus and some other figures. Alright, for Goku's articulation, he has that ball joint at the top of his head, if I can pop it off. He has that ball joint up top, so he will get some decent movement. You gotta make sure the hinge is facing the right way. He can look up pretty good for the hair in the back. He can look down pretty good, but be careful. Most Goku's faceplates will pop off. He has a ball joint down here that'll help him with some tilt, but you can move the hinge to get him some tilting. See, like that. And then he has a shoulder. I don't know if it's a pop out swivel out joint, but butterfly joint right there, I think, which helps him stick his arms out. It basically doesn't help that much, but it's a little bit seamless, like it's a little bit hidden, so I'm fine with that. It only gets out that far on this side. It gets a little bit further out on this arm more than than on this arm. I don't know if it's just due to how loose or how tight every joints are. Well, now it's getting back. It's getting about the same. So just as you loosen up your figure, you'll get more range. His arms have a hinge there, and they also swivel all the way around. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows because of his musculature. He will have trouble getting up past 90, but he has a ball joint, a hinge, like same as the hand, right here, and you can angle it any which way for it to move. He has really nice torso articulation. He can lift up this joint right here to get him to move forward. He can crunch with both joints. He can crunch forward pretty good and crunch back really well, but there will be gapping. You can remove it at the torso, I believe, but I haven't tried. So if you're not confident that you can remove it, don't try it. It's these are expensive import figures, so if you don't think you can do it, just don't do it. You can also swivel on that ball joint down there, so it's pretty good. And then they have the 2.0 legs, so he can kick up about right there until the belt stuff starts blocking it, but he can get it flat out, and then he can go all the way back the same. He could go out a little bit, but because of that cap, I don't know if it's just this leg, because all the Gokus with this cap right here, they get blocked on this leg, but on this leg he can get further out, and due to the rip on this side, I think they get about the same. No, this side the non-torn knee gets more up than this side, and then he also has this ball joint down here. It's kind of bad. It's not that good, but it works. It works better than Vegeta's. And then he has that toe hinge right there, and that is all the articulation on Goku, which is a really nice articulation scheme. But let's actually look at some other Gokus and some other figures from some other lines. Alright, now to compare Goku to some other Gokus, I have all the Gokus, I think, that I have in my collection currently. I have Kaioken coming in soon, but we'll take a look at a battle damaged buddy. We'll look at the Awakening Super Saiyan Goku. Now you could tell these are from 20 different eras, because this one has a lot more paint. This is when Bandai was really about selling this line, but now they've got everyone, so they don't need to try as hard. But Bandai went a different route with this Goku. They went spraying the hair, and then on the muscle, all in the muscles. They skipped out on the pants, but on this release they did the opposite. They skipped out on the muscles and the hair, and they went straight for the pants. So it's just take your pick. Both heads will swap interchangeably, but it'll just be the matter of skin tone that you'll have to worry about. But I'm really happy with how the head swap. And speaking of Super Saiyan Blue, because I keep on mentioning him, here he is with Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the Broly movie. I don't know why I thought I was thinking Vegeta, but this is basically the gi, but the belts are different. But it will work. The heads will swap. So if you want a Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku with a gi, the Broly movie one will be the best bet for skin color wise. For the last actually human soul Goku, like the actual soul of Goku in the body, here is the Saiyan Raised on Earth version. This is of course a darker orange gi, so the skin tones kind of match a little bit better than the Super Saiyan Blue one, but the orange gi, this is just more of like a Z era for me, so I'm happy with the Broly one. And then here we all have a look at the regular release Goku Black with the non-powered. For some reason this Goku Black is smaller, but I guess that makes sense because I don't know when Zamasu took over Goku Black in his power level life, but they have this Goku's definitely bigger. So just if you wanted to do Ultra Instinct versus Goku Black, you can fudge it in, and then we keep on talking about Vegeta, so we might as well throw him in here. Here's the Broly Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan Vegeta. Vegeta is supposed to be small, so it does fit in the scale. Maybe they'll repaint this one to have a royal blue, because I know that's a new form for Vegeta. But we'll look at figures outside of the line of SHF. We'll take a look at the articulated icons. One of the ninjas. Here, let me get him standing up. I haven't posed this guy around in a little bit. This is a more domestic figure, so he will be a little bit taller. And then for another domestic figure, we'll look at the Jazzwares Fortnite line, if I can dig him out. We'll look at Peely, because Peely's just a cute design. I like Peely. Peely is the last one I've gotten from the Fortnite line, but Peely is a giant to the SHF line, I guess. But that's okay, because he's a domestic figure. And then we'll just go back to SHF with the Bodycoon from SHF. Bodycoon is a little bit taller than Goku, but with the hair, Goku is definitely taller. So Goku scales pretty well with other Dragon Ball figures. He doesn't scale that well with other lines, so but that's a given because Bandai's always done Dragon Ball figures, I believe. So he will fit in the long line of Dragon Ball figures that people have amassed. So that does it for the comparison. Let's get to the final verdict and if you should buy this figure or go for the event exclusive. Now into the final verdict. Should you get this figure? It's a great figure. Yes, it has the paint flaws, like it has no battle damage paint, but the pants are painted nice, and they do have the battle damage reflected on the pants. It's just that you have to put in a little bit extra work to paint the battle damage onto the musculature, the face plates, and all that. But it's good articulation-wise. It comes with a Kamehameha effect, which a lot of Gokus don't come with. They have the hands for it, it's just they never come with them. And as far as I know, the event exclusive will not come with the Kamehameha effect. I haven't looked that much into the event exclusive, but if it does, I will correct myself in the editing. Now the event exclusive is open, like the pre-orders are open up July 16th, and should you get that over this version, this guy on Amazon, I don't know if he's gone up or if Amazon has stock of him, but last time I checked, he was $62.99 with Prime shipping. So it's more or less, do you want to pay $19 more for a figure right now, or pay $50 and maybe $20 shipping for a figure later on? Financials, it's up to you. But figure-wise, I'm going to get both. But if I had to pick between one, it'd definitely be this version. Ultra Instinct is just, it looks so good on the shelf. That is all for today. After this, I will be doing another Super Action Statue Stand User and Pair review, so don't worry. The SAS reviews aren't going to be done. I still got a lot more. I've amassed quite a collection since the last time I reviewed. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for 100 subscribers. In my absence, you guys have got me to 100 subscribers, which is amazing. And thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys later.